Ladies and gentlemen, by agreeing to reunite their party, they are making the peace process in Addis Ababa easier. This is because the crisis started in the party and it went into the country. So this is a very big step in the process of peacemaking. Secondly, I congratulate the CCM and the other fraternal parties like the ANC who helped in mediating this peace process. Now I want to get my coffee. CCM is a part of their own experience in peacefully managing Tanzania. Tanzania is one of the few African countries where you have never had bloodshed of civilians for one age, except those who died by road accident. This was because of the ideology of the founding leader of Tanzania, who never believed in the use of bloodshed to maintain authority or control. Therefore, the SPLM people are lucky to have such partners who can pass on their own experience to them. And this was indicated today when we conducted dialogue until the membership here organized a demonstration and walked out. This war is not a correct war. Because when we are fighting wars, we revolutionaries, we characterize it. There are wars, they are what we call just wars. A just war. So now this war, what is it? Is it a just war? The other category of war is criminal war or war of aggression. So, what type is this one? When the South Sudan people were fighting to get free from Khartoum, that was a just war. So, what war this one? That's why the leaders must assume their historical responsibility. finally, in all these chaotic situations which go on in Africa, if we examine it carefully, you will see 3 or 4 problems. Problem number 1 is ideology. Ideology means diagnosis of a problem. Much of the diagnosis is faulty. That's how people end up taking wrong action. The second element is politics, which is applied ideology. Because if you make a diagnosis of a society, if it is correct, then you get correct results. But if it is faulty, then you get faulty results. Second element is politics, which is applied ideology. When you apply ideology, that's the politics. Then you find a lot of problems. Then element number 3 is organizational work. How are the police organizations managed and run? That is also another problem. Then finally, development. To develop the country economically to meet the aspirations of the people. One of the weaknesses is that we don't have a place where we can have a dialogue. When we meet in the African Union, much of the time is taken up by protocol. Excellence, Madame, Mademoiselle, the whole day like that. Mswahili unasema hatuwezi kuambiana ukweli. So we spend the whole day just talking in the protocol. We had tried to do something under the peer review mechanism. That was supposed to be some sort of fellowship. When I was young, I used to belong to a church, but I walked out of that church. You know, the born-again church. The born-again church was supposed to have testimony. When you go and you say, I was a sinner, I was doing this, now I am saved, and so on. But that fellowship was not good, because they were supposed to help each other. Now, we don't have a fellowship center where we can talk freely among ourselves. The other one, the peer review mechanism has become now bureaucratic. It is no longer. So, but anyway, in this case, I'm there to tell that our people of South Sudan, our people of South Sudan are the same as the people of Uganda. The people of northern Uganda, of northeastern Uganda, they are the same as the people of South Sudan. So I'm very happy that by this act of signing the protocols, they have a possibility of getting peace, and I congratulate the people of South Sudan, the leaders, and also the facilitators.
It's now a pleasure to invite President Kenyatta.
Take this opportunity to congratulate President Kikwete, Chama cha Mapinduzi, for the excellent work they have done. If CCM would help system come together again, a process that was supposed to run in tandem with the process that has been and is still ongoing in Addis Ababa. And I remember telling him that we will be very supportive of that particular move given the fact that some of us change political parties every season. Kenya is really political party. So we counted on the expertise of the Tanzanians and CCM to guide our brothers and sisters in SPLM. And indeed today we are happy that we are witnessing the signing of an agreement, a framework that will get them to work together and reunite a party that many in South Sudan had placed their hopes on. Some of us have been involved in this particular process since the start of the crisis. And indeed, it has been very agonizing at times to see leaders unable to talk to one another, and yet there were leaders whom the people of South Sudan went in the corner to guide the new young republic after having struggled for many years as President said. Today we hope and believe will be the beginning of giving a new hope to the people of South Sudan. Today we hope that the instruments that have been signed here will indeed form the basis of bringing about peace in South Sudan, which is the hope of the people of South Sudan, which is the hope of the people of the Eastern African region. It is time the guns were silent. It is time you, as leaders, fulfill the mandate that the people of South Sudan expected. They expected a better life. They expected stability. They expected prosperity and development. Not guns, not fear, not death. And indeed, I do hope that today forms a new beginning. A beginning where you can forgive one another. A day when you can stop pointing fingers at one another. A day when you can begin to sit and formulate solutions that can help transform South Sudan and indeed join the rest of us in transforming our region. And I look forward to continuing to participate with yourselves. We in Kenya stand ready, as does all the countries in our region, to support you in this particular process. We will continue to work together through the IGAD process. And I do hope, as I said at the start, that today there is fresh hope for peace for the people of South Sudan. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for the reunification process of SPLM. We thank you very much. Let's give him another round of applause. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to the...
This is the beginning, and we hope this will have a very positive impact on the peace process in Ethiopia. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my colleagues, SPLM leaders, SPLM detainees, allow me to register my appreciation to the leadership of CCR for organizing and inviting us to this second phase of the SPLM life that we have here in Gurbato, party and country. It is our hope that the outcome of this dialogue will bring about desired unification of our party and help bring the war to a final end. Excellencies, as a commencement of this second phase of the SPLM talks, we had stated the following in our opening statement, and I quote: "War is not and must not be an option because our people have suffered for too long. We must stop the war and let's agree to unite our party here in Arusha to proceed to conclude a comprehensive peace agreement in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, in order to embark on state and nation building. The region and Africa, and indeed the whole world at large, or the world at large, are getting fatigued and are watching us every single day of our lives as this war continues to rage. We cannot continue to ignore their concerns as well as their commitment to assist us achieve lasting peace in our country, else they will start developing ideas that will not be our best option on how to end the conflict in our country." End of quote. It is now more than 1 year that the conflict in South Sudan, with all its devastating consequences, has defied solution, as it continues to rage unabated, despite the concerted efforts of the IGAD region and the international community at large. The people of South Sudan have therefore continued to live in misery with tens of thousands killed, more than 1.5 million displaced from their homes, while others have become refugees in the neighboring countries. Moreover, many more of our citizens are still in UN protection camps in several parts of the country, including our capital. We cannot therefore continue to ignore this grave and tragic condition of people. If we allow this situation to continue, it can only result in one thing: the collapse and disintegration of our young state. Chairman, Excellencies, legislators, this SPLM party dialogue is not a substitute for the IGAD process in Addis Ababa, but rather a complement. It, however, comes at a time when the IGAD process is still encountering a number of challenges that need resolution in order to reach a final agreement that the war. The importance of this party SPLM dialogue lies in the fact that it addresses the internal conflict within the SPLM, which is the major cause of the conflict. It is an undisputed fact that it was a disagreement on issues of internal reforms in the party that caused the fracturing of its unity and the consequent violence that has now shifted the foundation of our country and its unity. Therefore, in order to resolve the conflict in the country, it is imperative that the SPLM resolve its internal problems, achieve unity and reconciliation in all the positive reports, the achievement of the larger peace for the country. There is no doubt that a united SPLM would positively complement the efforts of IGAD to achieve a lasting peace in South.
Thank you very much, Dr. And let's give the round of applause.
I first want to express my thanks to His Excellency President Machar for taking up this challenge. Since
last October. As we all know, the crisis started in the SPLM as a party. We have tried when the IGAD began this process, we initiated to discuss this crisis that happened in the SPLM. At that time, it was not opportune when EPRDF and ANC made an initiative to do a parallel talks in Addis Ababa. They were very different. But when this initiative arose, we accepted it in the SPLM and SPLA because we are very aware that without resolving the root causes of the conflict in the SPLM, it would be very difficult to move forward with the immediate peace talks. And this is showing the fact that the peace talks have gone on for over now a year, but yet we still have to strike an agreement. So I want to thank His Excellency Jakai Kikwete, Chair of CCM, for doing this successful initiative in concluding it successfully today. We in the SPLM and SPLA, we are very thankful for this opportunity. I also want to thank all the leaders that came. Actually, they came to participate even in the resolution of this parliament. You have noticed when you spend so much time talking, discussing this very government level of society. So most of the leaders, all of them participated in the discussion and also in narrowing the views which between us as principles of this issue. So I want to thank them from President Museveni, President Uhuru, Deputy President, Senior Proposal, who came to the peace talks and the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan. So I want to thank them all for the important participation that they have made today and even for the other times, because many of them had separate talks with us on these issues. So thank you very much, Your Excellencies, for helping us reach this agreement. This agreement on unification, to me, as I said before, is important because I see the foundation for concluding the peace talks. Without this unification agreement, still we would have difficulties in reaching an agreement at the end of the peace talks. I think this time the negotiators from all the parties, the SPLM groups, or civil society organizations that are participating, will take more serious look into the issues that we are discussing in this about. So I just want to reiterate my thanks to CCF, its leadership, the team that guided us, and also I want to express my thanks to the Crisis Management Initiative for supporting this process. So thank you very much. We are, finally, I want to reiterate on behalf of the SPLM that we have signed this agreement to push it, to see that it is implemented, because what else would we want more? It is the issues we raised in Cuba are contained in the government. And therefore, we should be happy to see that it is implemented.
Thank you very much, Dr. You've just really called very strong call. Very strong call.
What I do with the protocol, because we have been hearing all these titles since Syria, but first of all, I want to thank definitely the committee for the initiative we have taken. We invited the CCF, which has now brought us together today. We are very appreciative for all the efforts that Secretary General of the CCF, Dr. Rahman, Tanzania, has done all this time. You have been secretary in Juba and Arusha, and finally in the Barbary, which is nation that he was aiming at. We will continue to work together with the CCF because there are so many lessons that we need to take from them. And now that SPLM is about to become one, I don't believe that it has become one. Until we sit in one place, then I believe that SPLM is now reunited. But what I want to tell my community in SPLM is the group is that let us give our allegiance to the leaders that have gathered here today, and that are in Alibaba, trying to bring peace to our country. Let us sit behind and allow others to lead us to where is good for us. We ourselves, we know what is good and what is bad. We should take the lead. We fought the war and nobody was leading us. The advices we are getting from the regional leaders are the same advices that we are getting now. So let us come back to our responsibility and we take the lead to lead the people of South Sudan to feed the nation. The second thing I want to say is that now that we have signed this document, we should stick to it. It is not a matter of saying something here and you go and do it differently. That is not
what we came for. I'm hopeful that after signing this agreement, we will embark on the implementation. And if we implement the provisions in this document, I don't see where we will differ. Finally, I want to thank the President for all the efforts that he has exerted. And I would like him also to send out the Secretary General to be with us or permanent because there are things that we need to do immediately so that the matrix does not go alone and the time goes alone. This is what I know from just present. I would like also to thank my colleagues who conducted the discussions among themselves for the good faith that they have been engaging themselves together. And we want to continue with that spirit on both sides. Without that new spirit of forgiveness, we will not go anywhere. I thank you very much, and I wish you all the best of luck.
President Salva Kiir for this very wonderful remarks. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen,
this is a big moment for peace in Africa. It is actually a big night for peace on our continent. And I'd like to congratulate President Kikwete for having taken the leadership of this process and having made sure that the three groups of the SPLM do find one another and do arrive at a peace pact. Tonight is Africa's peace night. Tonight we're coming to make peace here tonight. This is a landmark agreement, and in many ways it is a defining moment for South Sudan. It is a moment when South Sudan, its leaders, and its people must now embrace peace. And we would like this agreement to be used as a foundation to build unity, to build reconciliation, to bring about healing, and to bring about development for the people of South Sudan. All of Africa, and indeed the whole world's eyes are on you tonight. They are watching, and in fact, all of Africa is watching, our ancestors are watching, and today as we do it here in Arusha, even Maremu Julius Nyerere is watching. So you are being watched by the sages, the wise people who have crafted and built the freedom and independence of our continent. And tonight, we expect that this agreement will silence the guns that have
have been raging in South Sudan, will silence the guns of death, will silence the guns of destruction, and will silence the guns of the displacement of thousands and thousands of people in South Sudan. The leadership of the SPLM in building this unity has acted in the interest of the people of South Sudan. And we are here to support the people of South Sudan. And we are here to encourage the leadership to live up to the agreement that has been signed today. Today's agreement is no child's play. Today's agreement must be seen as a deadly serious agreement that is now going to build peace in South Sudan. And we call upon the leaders of South Sudan to stop the war. The war must now come to an end through this agreement. This is the cry, this is the yearning of the people of South Sudan. And today, as President Salva Kiir and Dr. Machar and Dr. Dem Along shake hands, we expect that they mean it, and this is the agreement that is going to make sure that South Sudan returns to normality. Through this agreement, we are sure that you will be able to heal the wounds, you'll be able to foster reconciliation, and through this agreement, we are sure that you'll be able to give the people of South Sudan a chance and an opportunity to rebuild their lives. Their lives have become shattered, their lives have become destroyed, and it behoves on us as leaders, it behoves on you as leaders of South Sudan to help the people of South Sudan rebuild their lives. And tonight we congratulate you, we encourage you, and we are here to support you all the way to build the peace that you must build in South Sudan. Thank you very much.
Let's give him another round of applause.
It's a very momentous day for the SPLM, its members, and all the people of South Sudan. This is a new chapter which they have been anxiously waiting to dawn on their historic pattern. It is the day when hope for peace and unity for the people of South Sudan is not only being rekindled in earnest, but seems to be reached. As we all know, it is the split in the ranks of the SPLM, which ended the youngest nation on this planet, into the ongoing civil war. All of us gathered here today are deeply touched and elated, as well as excited by the historic events we've just witnessed. We warmly congratulate His Excellency Salva Kiir, President of the Republic of Sudan, and Chairman of the SPLM, His Excellency Machar, former Vice Chairman of the SPLM, and former Vice President of the Republic of Sudan, and Comrade Dan Along of the SPLM's former detainees on this important milestone. We commend and congratulate most sincerely the negotiating teams from the three groups of the SPLM for the wonderful work. It is a job very well done. Allow me to recognize the SPLM government led by Comrade Daniel Awet, the SPLM opposition led by Comrade Taban Bang, and the SPLM for my TVs led by Comrade Ben Alo. at last, their sweat and toil. Here, Mufroto Mountain Lord, in Arusha, since October 2014, has borne the desired result. Nothing is impossible. Where there is a will, there is always a way. The beginning is in blue cross, not blue. Excellencies, the signing of the agreement today marks the beginning of the new era and a new beginning in the history of the SPLM. The agreement says it all. It ushers in an era of conciliation, healing, and rebuilding of the party. The signatures are printed symbolize the beginning of the end of the dark shadow that has unfortunately shrouded the party and the nation, and the young nation, causing immense pain and suffering, both to members of the SPLM and to the larger population of South Sudan. Today's agreement gives the people of South Sudan and all of us gathered here and beyond every reason to hope that a successful conclusion of the Addis Ababa peace process is feasible. I believe it will not take long from now to be realized. If you could do it, it would not. Why can't you succeed or continue the same in Addis Ababa? We hope from now on the negotiations will move much faster, and allow the people of South Sudan to look to the future with even greater hope and anticipation. This is victory for us all. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to quote a Swahili saying by the saying, which goes, Kuzaa kazi, kazi mbele. Translated literally, it means giving birth to a child is easy, but bringing up a child is the difficult task. Senior most SPLM leaders have appended their signatures to this historic agreement on the reunification of their party. The most demanding task begins immediately hereafter. The agreement contains specific commitments, timelines, which are very well elaborated in the implementation matrix. Please ensure that you keep the promise. Please stay the course on implementation. Ensure adherence, the timelines, and the benchmark. I know it's not going to be always easy. There may be some difficulties. There may also be difficult moments. But that should not discourage you. You must never give up.